What can I no longer buy at the grocery store?
I don't even need to go down this aisle. I found the coconut water. If there are any chefs out there. The potato chip aisle is off limits. Why not? Live a little. Is it legal to drink alcohol and shop?
Let's go shopping and see the strategy for stuffing a mini fridge. You voted, and the majority of you said, we want to see a grocery shop. We want to see the items that you can no longer buy because you can't fit them inside here. We want to see your staple items and even cook us something. So we're gonna do all of that in this video. First, a question I noticed that you wanted answered was, how did you lose the 25 pounds that you mentioned you gained in last week's video? I cut out processed food and I ate real food. And I don't ever say to myself, oh, I'm gonna eat 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or I'm gonna eat every 3 hours to keep my metabolism up. I don't do any of that. I just eat when I am hungry. Next, I stopped eating so much sugar. I'm completely addicted to sugar. I'll be the first to admit it. I love cookies, brownies, cake, anything chocolate, caramel, and peanut butter. And I tried intermittent fasting for a few weeks, which I found that was the most effective thing that helped me lose weight. So intermittent fasting for me was that I didn't eat until 12 p.m. and then I didn't eat after 8 p.m. So from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. I ate when I was hungry, and my first meal of the day was a protein or a fat, and it was not a carb or sugar. I also try and stay away from chips, bread, and pastas. As soon as I eat them, I am in such a trance, I just kind of like fall asleep. I switch up what I cook inside this van seasonally. In the winter, I love to make potato leek soup in my Vitamix. Anything that's hot, vegetable curry, soups. In the fall, I love to make apple juice from fresh apples that I find at farmers markets. And in the summer, I just live off of coconut water and watermelon juice, and then a lot of fruits and veggies with water in them.
So my strategy starts with a shopping list. I write down a shopping list just before I go into the store. And what I do is I write down my meal ideas. So what I kind of think I want to eat that week, nachos, vegan nachos, make smoothies, etc. And then I write down on the other column the ingredients. That way I can kind of see what ingredients overlap, and I try to choose meals with overlapping ingredients so that I don't have to place too many items inside the fridge, because you know, it only stores 1 week's worth of food inside this fridge. First, we're gonna go get Pokey and a smoothie because you cannot be hungry. Take a look at this. How can you be hungry shopping after you eat this? Heavy on the greens. And I'm gonna drink my green juice while I shop. I didn't write all my ingredients down, so I'm standing where you get the Purell wipes and the shopping carts, figuring out the rest of my shopping list. I pick out the smallest grocery cart because my van fridge is small. Does everyone know how to pick out a watermelon? You listen to see if it's hollow. I don't like to box myself in, like, are you vegan? Are you paleo? Are you, I don't know, all the crazy names out there for diets or lifestyles. What I try to do is emphasize fruits and veggies, and I don't really eat a lot of meat, so I don't eat a lot of chicken or beef. So here's the tricky thing about my van fridge. I don't like to use the plastic produce bags. It's plastic and you can accumulate a lot of them. This is the bad part. So the van fridge doesn't have a fruit and veggie drawer, meaning it wilts the cucumbers faster. This time I don't have any inside the van. They've been reused over and over too many times. So I'll try and pick up 1, maybe 2 max. So I'm getting the turmeric and ginger for veggie curry. I get bananas that are kind of ripe so that I can put them in the freezer for smoothies. Sprouts, let's go over here. I don't buy a lot of prepackaged stuff because it has too much packaging and the packaging takes up too much space in the van. The nice thing about living in a van by myself is that I just have to buy 1 of everything. You don't buy tons of stuff because there's no mate to share it with. Which probably sounds a little depressing right now. When it comes to avocados, I don't know how often I'll use one. Like, I don't know if I'll use one that day or if I'll use one in 2 days. So I don't get the super ripe ones because what if I don't want to make guacamole that night? I'm touching every one of them. For the zucchinis, I just try and not pick a huge zucchini because I'm just making a curry only for me. I go to the grocery store when I'm meeting up with friends or when I'm heading up to 395 to like Mammoth and Tahoe, because there's not a bunch of grocery store options along the way. But when I'm in cities like San Diego, I don't go grocery shopping all the time just because I don't eat 3 big meals a day. I might eat breakfast and I might have a snack and a little bit of dinner, a light dinner. So I kind of feel like I'm buying a bunch of food and then wasting it if I go on a big shopping spree. Let's go get coconut water. Oh my gosh, if you guys have followed me for even like a month or two, you know that I live off of coconut water and peanut butter perfect bars. I was a little bit addicted to them, so I'm laying low. Only buy condiments that can be non-refrigerated. You can't fit a bunch of condiments in there and a bunch of drinks. I'll buy one salad dressing and that's it. And I don't even need to go down this aisle because I don't need any condiments. So popcorn and chips, that's another thing in the van life world that I don't eat a lot of. I will get chips if I'm gonna make guac, but I don't get just like potato chips. I found out a dirty little secret about myself, that when I'm thinking a bunch, like when I'm working on a project or anxious, then I'll just start eating potato chips and then the potato chip bag is gone. And the other thing about potato chips, the big bags, like popcorn bags, they don't easily fit in the pantry drawer. It's off limits, only for special occasions. I found coconut water, my favorite thing. Taste Nirvana is the brand I prefer. It's the real deal. Let's see how many coconut waters they have. 4, that's conservative. Let's do more. The second favorite brand I gravitate towards if Taste Nirvana is not an option is Vita Coco. I use coconut water as the base for my smoothies. So I'll do coconut water, berries, an acai packet, and bananas. Can I take something?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm like, I want June Shine kombucha. I don't drink a ton of alcohol, like I don't have a glass of wine per night, but I do drink hard kombucha. Hard kombucha is just fermented longer, so more alcohol is produced, more alcohol comes out when it has a longer fermentation. Today's science lesson brought to you by Wild by the Mile. Drink break. Every time I go to the grocery store, I get garlic dip. Probably don't want to kiss me if I don't eat a lot of garlic dip. I'll put it on avocado toast. I'll put it on nachos. Tortilla time. Instead of buying chips, like a bag of chips for chips and dip, chips and salsa, I'll buy a thing of tortillas. I can use the tortillas for wraps in the morning, for pizzas. Put it on the skillet, heat it up, and put your toppings on it. I cut the tortillas up. I put some olive oil in a pan, and I fry the tortillas to make chips. They're $10. A lot of you are gonna say like, oh my gosh, those are super expensive. And you know what? I know they are. I don't really have a rebuttal for that. Okay, I don't need chips, I don't need bread, I don't need pizza dough. It's an all-in-one. Okay, so coconut milk and curry paste. That's for the veggie curry. If there are any chefs out there, these are the best cookies, but we're staying away from sugar. Let's look at how much sugar they actually have though. Oh, that's not bad. 5 cookies have 9 grams of sugar. Should we get cookies? Should we just open it right now and just start eating? Let's get some cookies, why not? Live a little. Paper towels and toilet paper. I skip the paper towels because I don't need paper towels. I have cloths and I have rags that I just reuse. I stay away from that. When it comes to toilet paper, I never buy any of the 4-packs, the 6-packs. I buy 1, and that's it. Now, I don't get frozen meals, and I really only get acai packets. This is the only thing that fits in the freezer. You're not gonna see me buy frozen meals because even though they're convenient, there's no room for them. Now that I'm done with my juice, it's time to check out. I don't buy anything in bulk. I don't buy large, bulky items. They don't fit in the fridge and they don't fit in the pantry drawer. I brought my reusable bags. Not sure if all of you guys know, but in California, it's 10 cents per bag. And then some stores don't even provide plastic bags because there's a little bit of a problem in the ocean with plastic. So an average checkout cost is about $100 every time. That's a shopping trip. Pretty simple, pretty minimal. What is the worst part and your favorite part of grocery shopping? Tell me. You have to play music while you load the fridge up. It's just a tiny little guy. There's some edamame and berries in here right now. And like barely anything in the Guardian. This happens all the time. Shit falls out. Something breaks, something falls, something spills. Okay, now the fridge is stocked. So it's ready to go adventure. I have to say a big thanks to Lazy Acres for letting us shop here today.
Not only did they reply to my email when I asked to film inside the store saying, of course, we would love to host you, we would love to have you, but then they gave me a gift certificate to shop there, and this wasn't a paid or sponsored ad. Okay, now it's time to cook something. A little tortilla pizza, garlic dip, cucumbers, greens, and avocado. And my cooktop is propane. So because there's propane now in the van and I don't have any windows open and no doors, I'm going to open and vent the gas. I'll spray olive oil on the pan. I'll put the tortilla on the pan, turn it over both sides so it can get greased. I try to use as little silverware and dishes as possible because we all know I'm not that great at doing dishes. Garlic dip. I peel the skin off my cucumber. Everything goes in the trash because I don't have a disposal, obviously. Here you go. Ah! Next week, do you want to see how to choose the van for you? Like, should you choose a short sprinter or a long sprinter? Or should you choose a Transit or ProMaster? Or the other video option, would you like to get details and see my self-care routine, including my skincare routine? Because I've seen a few ladies that have asked me to do that video. And I will see you next Sunday, 7 p.m. West Coast time. As always, thanks so much for watching and safe travels.